Welcome to the first month and the first day of the inner circle. Now, the inner circle, I want to be an exploration of spirituality in depths that we don't always have the time to cover in the Cosmic Sisterhood. So, we're going to be taking this down some really interesting routes. But I felt that for this first month, the most important thing we could do is to call in the elements to support our work going forward, because I see this as such an empowered circle of women where we will come together and we will really think and dredge our lives and our experiences and our understandings for a path forward, for greater, bigger, more devout, holy, sacred understandings of what our lives are and how they are connected beyond the beyond the known, and calling in the elements, those things that make us, that comprise us, that we are composed of, feels really appropriate. So the first week, this week, I want us to work with water. So water will also be the theme of your meditation that you will be receiving also in this space, and that I honestly recommend you undertake in the bath, or if you are lucky enough to have a body of water around you, then go sit on the edge of the ocean or a lake or a river, perhaps dangle your toes in and really connect with water. So to begin with, let's just have a little think about the elements. We are comprised of them, and yet often we see them as maybe an inconvenience, something to be controlled, something that maybe gets in the way or that can be utilized. However, we forget about how very deeply the elements are ensconced within us, and how these elements all work together in the most incredible ways to manifest life over and over and over again for millions and billions of years. And here we are, made up of elemental aspects. So we are earth, we are air, we are water, and I'm sure there's some fire in there too, that is been spinning around the planet, the universe, since forever. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, and yet those same elements have reincarnated within us. So forget reincarnation as in spiritual reincarnation, but just the actual stuff we're made of has come from elements that have been there since forever. And perhaps that carries energy, perhaps that carries memory, perhaps that carries wisdom, perhaps that carries a divine spark, and that divine spark ignites into who we are. You know, that amazing collusion of elemental aspects coming together because the sperm and an egg met, and then it becomes you, with all your unique personality traits, your fallibilities, your possibilities, your hopes, your potentials, and your own ability to birth children, life, families, relationships, connections, work, creativity. Isn't it just miraculous? So this is why I wanted to start with the elements, because we take them for granted. They're here, they're around us, they make up what we are, you know. We drink our water and probably think we might need to drink a bit more. We sit in our gardens and we connect with the sun, maybe get a bit of sun on our face, a bit of vitamin D. You know, we take it on quite a shallow level, but the elements are our mother. They're our mother, they're our father, they're our God. Without them, there would be nothing, and we would not exist. And within them, there's the divinity, that mysterious unknown is very much within the elements, which is then what gives us life. So we're going to start with water. So I think this week, we need to really think about how we can consume more water, how we can be with more water, how we can spend time in water consciously, not just to get clean, not just to because we're a bit thirsty, but consciously bring ourselves to a path of water this week. So I would recommend that we meditate in water, that we set ourselves a certain amount to drink and make sure we drink it. How will your body feel when it is filled to the full capacity of the water that you're supposed to have within you? You know, because that's one of the things we can control. You know, we can't necessarily go out and put fire inside of us, not safely anyway, not unless we belong to the circus. But we can put water within us, and we can do so consciously. And the earth, as we know, is like 70% water, and so are we. And if we're feeling perhaps dehydrated, how are we not honouring the element of water within ourselves? So I would ask that this week we drink lots of water, and we do so consciously. You may like to leave your water out on a window ledge under the moon to kind of get some of that beautiful moon energy on your water, and then drink it in the morning. Bathing in water, perhaps adding some natural salts and some oils, and really consciously praying, meditating, connecting with the spirit, your spirit, the spiritual, whilst you're immersed in water. If you can get out swimming, especially fresh water or seawater swimming, amazing. Can we do that this week? Can we really call upon the idea of water as a living presence within our lives and invite her in and welcome her in and take her in and almost baptize and elevate ourselves in this connection of water as a conscious living being that we are making space for within our lives. So this is the first session, and we're going to be back and forth to the loo a lot this week perhaps, but I think it's really important that we start to honour the elements as we move into the inner circle, and the meditation that I will create to go alongside this will also honour our mental, spiritual, divine connection with water. So I'm going to pull as a card to experience our water journey this week from the Cosmic Mother. We have the Eight of Swords, and what I think is interesting about this is she's so bound up, and maybe we are starting this journey from a bound position. We are tied up, consumed with modern day life, consumed with our problems, our own personal stuff. But look what she's growing from. She is growing like a lotus flower from the water. It's from the dirt, from water that we are given life. And she has lotus flowers around her, and she has spiritual energy and vibrations kind of radiating out all around her, and all she needs to do is pull apart those very gentle ties that bind her. So as we move into this week, think about how we can grow from watering ourselves, from treating ourselves as the lotus flower. Yes, we come from dirt with our feet kind of muddied, but we are ready to expand and grow into something celestial, something divine within this inner circle. So I think water was the perfect place to start as we begin to reach forward to the creative, the holy, the sacred within our lives. So comments below, and go grab your first glass, ladies.